Hello everybody, this is ASMR with the same Halloween ghost nails. I did redo them to make them a little bit longer, but it's the same exact pattern. I'll probably keep this pattern on through Halloween. So anyway, this will probably be the last video I make up until Halloween. So I thought it might be nice to do a whole little Halloween theme tonight. So I'm going to be doing a lot of pointing and tracing. That is particularly what this video is dedicated to. So we're going to be going over a Halloween themed illustration, and then I'm going to be pointing and tracing some words if you guys want to guess the word. And then finally, at the end of the evening, I have a teddy bear picnic wreath to show you guys. It's for a Christmas show that's coming up at Central Park. Well, it's going to be virtual this year, but it's a Christmas show. Nothing to do with Halloween, but I just thought you might like to see the wreath at the very end of the video, and I'll go over its details with the pointer. But for now, let's just get right into the illustration. So I found this illustration today in the New York Times, and I cut it out because I just thought it was just so cool and weird and different, and I loved it. So essentially, this basically shows a bunch of Halloween characters at an airport because due to COVID, Halloween has been canceled and monsters are on vacation. But obviously, because they are monsters and they're not human, they are not affected by COVID. So whereas all the humans are hiding and social distancing and wearing masks, they are all completely unaffected. So this really cool illustration of all these monsters at an airport heading towards the terminal. It looks like they're going somewhere tropical or in somewhere tropical. This illustration is by an artist named Andrew Ray, and I must check out his work because I just think this is so cool. So anyway, let's take a few minutes just to go over this very detailed illustration. So the first thing that you notice is that they are in an airport, and they have, these little, I don't know what you would call these. They're not really escalators. They're more conveyor belts that people go on, and it just kind of allows you to get to your location a little bit faster if you walk on these. So they're probably heading towards a plane terminal. In the background, you have windows, and there's a bunch of palm trees and vegetation outside. So it looks like they're in an extremely tropical location. And it's hard to tell whether they are going to another tropical location or if they're leaving the tropical location and going back home. Or maybe they're just going from one tropical location to another. But out the window, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little palm trees. And 1, 2, 3, 4 clouds. And it looks like a beautiful day outside, blue skies and white puffy clouds. Really gorgeous. So now let's focus on some of the characters. So the first in line is a character we don't actually see much of. It is a red dragon with scales, and he's got a tail, a pointy tail, and you can't really see him. I cut this out from the newspaper, and this was like the end of it. You couldn't actually see the dragon. I don't know if there's an extended version. Maybe there is. I don't know. But anyway, there he goes. That's the first character. And then down here, which I almost missed at first, is this blob type of character. Like, look, it looks like a slug. There's his tail, and there's his body. He's like a green, mint green slug with the face of a human being. And I almost missed this character. He's the second. And then third here, we have this purple vampire. And you can tell he's a vampire because he has the pointy ears and he's got the teeth, and look at his fingers that are clawed. And he is all dressed for the tropics. Like, look, he's got his sun visor, he's got his sunglasses, he's got his suntan lotion, he's got his fanny pack, he's got his t-shirt, his white sleeveless t-shirt, he's got his yellow shorts, I believe they call those Bermuda shorts. But instead of wearing sandals, for some inexplicable reason, he's decided to wear socks and loafers, which I don't really understand, especially with shorts and in hot weather. And he also has an earring and a bracelet on, which I thought were cool little details. And he is a vampire, so I don't know how he's handling being out in the sun so much. Perhaps he got a potion from the witch. And behind the vampire is this character. I suppose it's supposed to be a monster. It looks more like a dinosaur than a monster. But he's wearing a little purple hat and a yellow shirt. He's orange, he's got little teeth, and he's sticking his tongue out. And in his hand here, he's holding a soda. So he looks very pleased with that soda. And then down here, we have this character that is just a giant eyeball. He's wearing a hat. He's a giant eyeball. His iris is kind of blue or green, bluish green. And he's got little tentacle arms and little tentacle legs, but it looks like he's wearing galoshes that are kind of lime greenish. And his shirt is light blue, his shorts are kind of teal. And he's reading this newspaper that we noticed before. It said Halloween canceled, monsters on vacation. That's where they're all going. And I really loved seeing this character, because when I was a little girl, I used to watch a television show called Beetlejuice, and it was a cartoon of Beetlejuice. And in this cartoon, if you can find it, it's from the early 90s, and if you can find it, I highly recommend checking it out, because in this cartoon, Beetlejuice goes to the netherworld with Lydia a lot. And basically there's all these weird characters in the netherworld, and it's just this wonderful, trippy cartoon. But one of the characters in the netherworld, or a couple of the characters in the netherworld, look just like this. They're just eyeballs with like these tentacle-ish bodies. And for all I know, that's who the artist was inspired by to draw this character. But the second I saw this character, I remembered that cartoon, and I loved that cartoon growing up. So, yeah, definitely look up Beetlejuice the cartoon. It's a lot of fun, and it's actually really clever the way it was written. It's very inspiring. But yeah, so this eyeball guy reminded me of Beetlejuice. And I love the fact that he's like such a prominent character. Like, he's got the newspaper that's kind of explaining everything that's happening. So anyway, right behind the eyeball guy is this little rat character, but it's like a devil rat. I don't know what it's supposed to be exactly. It looks like a cross between a rat and a pig and a devil, because see, the tail is pointed, and he's red, and he's wearing a yellow shirt and purple shoes, and he's walking along the armrest of the conveyor belt. And right behind him is the spider. Do you see the spider? And the spider has yellow galoshes on, and he's got a purple suitcase and a red cap that's turned backwards, and it looks like he's waving to the sky. And then way down here on the conveyor belt, you have this devil type of character, but he's a tiny devil, and he's for some reason wearing a diaper. So perhaps he's had an accident, or perhaps he's really afraid to fly on a plane and doesn't trust himself not to. So I just think it's cool that on the conveyor belt here you have 1, 2, 3 little characters. Oh, and then also right behind the eyeball character, you have this little guy, and he looks like another dinosaur type of character. He's green, and he's wearing pink shorts, or perhaps they're swim trunks, with a pink cap turned backwards. And he's got a drink as well, and it's got a little purple umbrella in it, which is really cute. He almost looks like he's with this dragon guy. And this dragon guy actually looks like he might be with this character that's another monster. She's not really a dinosaur or a dragon. She's just got these, she's got a red face, she's wearing a pink hat and a pink shirt, and she's got these big jaws. See them? And it looks like she might be here with him, and perhaps this is their son, because he looks like he's kind of looking up towards her. So he might not be drinking anything alcoholic, even with that little umbrella in it. It could just be a soda or something. And it looks like he's kind of looking towards them. So I feel like 1, 2, 3 are together. So anyway, I'll go through that. Right above the eyeball character is the witch. And the witch, who I pointed out before because I thought perhaps she's put a spell on the vampire so he can go out in the sun without any great misfortune. Perhaps this suntan lotion bottle is actually a potion by the witch. So she is just beating the crowds by riding along on a broomstick. You see her hovering on this broomstick. And she's got her suitcases here, her luggage, which is purple and blue. And she's wearing a lovely purple hat and a purple dress. And she's got on her pink shoes that match her pink hair, her fabulous pink hair. And she's got her sunglasses on and a yellow gold bracelet. She's got a broom here. And her arms have these little patterns on them. Let me try to zoom in without creating a disaster. But you see the way that her arms have these patterns? She actually has tattoos. And the tattoos are moons and stars and lines. So all these different types of patterns on her arms. So she's a very trendy witch. And then if we'll zoom out again. 1 second. Zoom out again to see the full picture. Right behind the witch is the bride of Frankenstein. Now, Frankenstein himself is not here. Perhaps she's there on her own, perhaps she ditched him, or perhaps he wandered off and got lost in the airport. Who knows. But anyway, she's blue, and she's got this pink stitching on her neck and her arms where her body parts were attached. Her hair is black, but instead of the white streak, she has a yellow streak in her hair. So maybe she got it dyed blonde. Blondes have more fun, they do say. She's also wearing sunglasses, and she's got on this nice purple shirt and purple skirt. And it looks like she's holding a trolley. You see the red handle she's holding? It looks like it's attached to a trolley that you can't really see too well because the eyeball creature is in front of her. But if you look down here, you can kind of see a circle. See the half circle? That's probably a wheel. And if we look over here behind these monsters, you see this outline of kind of a rectangle. I think that's supposed to be luggage. So there's a big piece of luggage and a smaller piece of luggage that look like they're on this cart that she is pushing. And then right behind her is the Wolfman. And look at the size of the Wolfman compared to the other characters. So he looks very fit, and he looks like he's howling with glee. It looks like he had a great time, and maybe too much fun on vacation. And, he looks like he's kind of drooling at the mouth. Maybe he's had some of these drinks. And he's got a red nose. And he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, which is yellow with pink flowers on it. And the pink flowers match his pink shorts, Bermuda shorts. And then he's wearing these green flip-flops that kind of match his backpack, although his backpack is a little bit more teal than green. He's got this big backpack. It looks like he's not traveling with any other luggage aside from this backpack. And he's wearing a watch, and the watch kind of matches the backpack and the shoes. So he's very color-coded, which I appreciate, because when I go out, even if I'm just going to the store, all of my outfits have to match, so I understand him. And then, if we look directly behind him, we just see a hint of this pumpkin head type of character. And as you can see, it's kind of them all, he's kind of the scariest looking one. He looks very trepidatious about this entire forthcoming trip, so perhaps he is the most frightened or unnerved passenger coming into all of this. He looks frightened and unnerved. He actually looks angry, but this guy just looks kind of unnerved. And all we can really see of him is that he's wearing a purple shirt and he's got a darker purple backpack on. And he's got 2 purple bats flying above his head. This one with its wings down, this one with its wings up. And this bat looks like it's talking, this bat looks like it's smiling, and both of them seem quite unconcerned with the crowds, the impending trip, unlike him. Of course, maybe his problem is simply that the bats have been flying above him all day long. They're squeaking, they're making noise, they're driving him crazy. He has a migraine headache. So maybe this look of complete horror isn't because of the plane trip that's impending. Maybe this look of horror is because he's dealing with them, and perhaps he's terrified that he's going to get stuck sitting next to them on the flight. So maybe that's why he looks so unhappy. So anyway, so that's one person behind the werewolf, and the other person behind the werewolf is this ghost character. So as you can see, he has no legs. He's just floating. Just a white sheet, a ghost, little eye peeking out, and he's wearing a red cap. And he is pushing a trolley, just like Mrs. Frankenstein is, except you can see his trolley. It's smaller. His handlebar is green, not red. It's got this little half wheel down here. But as you can see, something very unusual is happening with his luggage. The first piece of luggage is fine, the top piece of luggage is fine, but look at the middle piece of luggage. There's 1, 2, 3 tentacles sticking out of the luggage. 3 purple tentacles, as if an octopus is trying to escape. So it looks like he may have taken a creature from the ocean with him and is trying to smuggle it out of the country. And he could get into very serious trouble for that. Smuggling of live animals is a very serious offense, as it should be, coming from an animal rights person. So if security finds this, he better make like a ghost and disappear. So yeah, so there's definitely something very questionable going on here. There's got to be some story behind there. Oh, and then one thing I did forget, I just noticed this actually. You can see more of the pumpkin than just his shirt and his backpack. If you look down here, you can see that he's also wearing purple slacks and purple socks and little purple shoes. And then you can see the hint of his other foot right here. So the pumpkin is dressed stylishly, all in purple, except of course for his pumpkin head with his orange. And perhaps his purple attire is what attracted the purple bats to him. Who knows? And if we look behind the ghost, which is sitting next to this angry devil guy walking with a conveyor belt, and the pumpkin head over here, we see this character. And this character is one of the coolest looking characters on the board. And this one is basically like a creature from the Black Lagoon. I mean, look, he looks like he's melting. So he looks like a swamp monster. He looks like a very jolly fellow, doesn't he? He's smiling wide. He's got these black eyes, but they look friendly somehow. And even though he looks like he's melting, he doesn't look like he's uncomfortable per se. And he's not really wearing any clothes per se, but perhaps he's a nudist. But he definitely seems to be looking forward to the upcoming plane ride, and it looks like he had a good time on his trip. So he just looks like an overall cool guy to hang out with. Maybe him and the werewolf hang out together because they both seem to be super happy here. And then at the very end of the line, we have this skeleton character. And he kind of looks like a sugar skull, like one of the Day of the Dead characters. And that would be befitting because this individual looks like he knows how to party. He is wearing a hat. I believe this is sort of a fedora, and it's got a purple brim that matches his phone. And as you can see, he's looking at his phone eagerly. He's not a white skeleton. He's actually yellow, which makes me think that he spent a lot of time in the sun, or perhaps he went out and got himself dyed. Maybe he wanted to turn himself blonde at the same time that Mrs. Frankenstein did. The Bride of Frankenstein did. Who knows? Maybe they hung out together. Maybe they had a little bit more fun on this trip than Frankenstein would like to know about. Maybe that's why he's not in this picture. The plot thickens. But anyway, he's checking his phone, and he looks kind of shocked or happy. Like maybe he's checking his phone and realizes that there's a lot of pictures of himself partying on there that he wasn't aware of because he didn't remember taking them because he was just so completely wasted. But he's wearing all these flowers around his neck like a lei, and they're purple and pink and yellow, and it kind of matches his whole look here. He's wearing a pinkish shirt that looks like it was sort of faded in the sun in the front, so maybe he like passed out on the beach and was like lying there and got kind of bleached. And he's wearing blue jean pants, and he's holding a brown little suitcase, and he's got on these pinkish flip-flops. And yeah, but I don't know, he just looks like he had way too much fun, and that's why he looks so shocked at whatever he's looking at on the phone. He's either really pleased about something or really shocked and kind of horrified about something, and it's really, really hard to tell which it is, to be honest. But in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because I'm counting the hostage octopus, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 characters in this illustration. And I just thought it was so cute and so fun and so Halloweenish that I had to show it off to you guys. And I love the colors of it, and I love the illustrations of it. And I just think the artist did such an awesome job with this. So it's fantastic. And I hope that you guys enjoyed looking through it as much as I did, or enjoyed examining it, I should say, as much as I did. So I'm going to take this away now. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on some tracing. So, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start tracing some words, and I want you to watch very carefully. I am going to be tracing 10 words, and because I'll be tracing so many words, I'm only going to trace them once. So you have to watch very carefully. And then after I trace them once, you take a guess, and then I will write down in this purple pen that I think it's not orange, it's not black, but purple is also associated with Halloween a lot, purple and green. So I figured that this was as good of a color as any to use. And I will write the word down and then trace the written word as well, because I know that some of you guys like that. So I want you to watch the tip of my pointer, and I want you to watch what I'm writing, and just keep in mind that all of the words that I write will be in capital letters, okay? There's no lowercase letters. They're all going to be in caps. So keep that in mind. So let's begin. Watch the tip. Did you get that? Well, the word was ghost. G-H-O-S-T. Ghost. G-H-O-S-T. And I apologize for my handwriting. It's actually really hard to lean over and write over the camera without making the whole thing fall down. Okay, so next word. So watch the pointer. I'm going to do it again. you get that word? I will write it out for you. The word was pumpkin. So, pumpkin. P-U-M-P-K-I-N. Pumpkin. Okay. Now, time for word number 3. Watch the pointer. Keep watching. Did you get that one? The word was witch. And I think most of you will probably be seeing a theme here. Okay? So it's witch. W-I-T-C-H. Witch. Okay, so another word now. The card tag. Watch the pointer. Did you get that one? It's kind of long, I know. That word was vampire. And I really wrote this one messily, but the word is vampire. V-A-M-P-I-R-E. Vampire. Okay, on to the next word. Here we go. Did you get it? This word was werewolf. W-E-R-E-W-O-L-F. Werewolf. Okay. Next one. Watch the bed. Did you get that one? The word was monster. So M-O-N-S-T-E-R. Monster. Okay. Next word. Did you get that one? The word was zombie. Z-O-M-B-I-E. Zombie. Just 3 more. didn't get that one. The word was ghoul. This is a good word. Ghoul. Ghoul. Now this one might throw you a little bit, let's see. Did you get it? Mm-hmm. The word here is candy. C-A-N-D-Y. Because candy, even though it's not a ghoul or a goblin or a monster, is definitely associated with Halloween. And finally, we'll do the last one. And this is going to be a word and numbers, and that might be a clue. So ready? Did you get it? It is October 31, because that's Halloween. October 31. October 31st is Halloween. So excellent. I hope that you enjoyed that. So now, after going over all that Halloween-y stuff, the Halloween photo, and the Halloween word tracing and guessing game, and looking at my Halloween nails, my little white ghost here glow in the dark actually. Now we are going to switch gears a little bit, and I am going to show you a cute wreath I made for a Christmas show. If you guys are not interested in the art, then you can stop watching right now. And I wish you a really happy Halloween and sweet dreams. If you are interested in the art, stay tuned. So this piece is very cute. It's intended for a Christmas show, but it's not necessarily for Christmas. It's sort of a year-round cute wreath. I'm going to show you it. So here it is. And it's just a bunch of teddy bears. And they are having a picnic. So the wreath itself is a wire frame with a round canvas in the center. It's been completely covered with wax paper that is in a red and white checkerboard pattern, just like you see in many classic picnic blankets, that kind of aesthetic. And there are 6 bears here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you will see, I'm going to start zooming in a moment, but they're surrounded by a tea set here, and the little cups, and then these little blue spoons, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue spoons, the same way that we have 6 bears. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 plates, and each plate is covered with a delicious little piece of food. And you will also notice that each one of the bears is holding 2 pieces of food or drink. So firstly, let's just focus on the bear's outfit. They were wearing a very cute little outfit. So this one is wearing a red dress with a little red bow at the top. This one is wearing a purple dress with a purple bow. This one is wearing a peach colored dress with a peach bow. This one is wearing a beautiful dark electric blue dress with a blue bow. This one's wearing a white or a cream dress with a white or a cream bow. And this one's wearing a pink dress with a pink or light pink bow. And now I'm going to zoom down a little bit and just show from the top down what each one is wearing, or each one is holding. So the red bear here is holding a cute little, it looks like a little crepe with cream and a banana, and it looks like a piece of strawberry. And then in this hand, she's holding what looks like some form of strawberry shortcake. It has 2 strawberries, and it looks like both banana and chocolate filling on top of, in between vanilla. And then there's a cute little teacup. And then down here, the purple bear is holding this, looks like cream. It looks like a piece of bread with cream in the center and a strawberry on the side. And she's also holding this ice cream cone. It's vanilla with strawberries. And then this bear here, wearing the peach, is holding a loaf of bread in one hand and a vanilla ice cream in the other. And look at the details on the ice cream. And then we have this cute little, so we had the cup, and now we have the actual little teapot. It's got this cute little flower pattern on it. But anyway, this bear in the blue, this bear is holding a slice of pizza, and it looks like it has some really delicious toppings on it. And she is drinking a soda. Looks really good. And then this is just like the little, it looks like the cream holder from the set. And then this bear here in wearing cream, ironically she's near the cream holder and she's wearing cream. She's holding a chocolate ice cream, and it looks like a chocolate donut. And I completely identify and understand this bear because I'm completely addicted to chocolate. And then the bear up here in the pink outfit is holding a triple-decker ice cream, multi-layered ice cream. So it's got a blue cone, maybe it's like a blueberry flavor, and it's got a red top, an orange center, and a purple bottom. So I'm assuming it's a cherry flavor, orange flavor, grape flavor on a blueberry cone. And then in this hand, she's got a hot dog with some lettuce, and there's no ketchup or mustard on it, which surprises me. So that's what each one of the bears is holding. And then if we look at the center of the picnic table, the picnic blanket or the picnic table, this is just tons of food on this. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 plates. And the 2 plates at the top are each holding 2 pieces of food. So this one here has a purple biscuit with, it looks like a vanilla center. And then this cupcake, which has a yellow wrapper. It looks like a vanilla flavor with lovely pink icing on top. And then this dish is holding a pizza pie with a little ice cream sandwich with, looks like vanilla in the center, shaped like a dog, on top of it. And then this plate is holding French fries, a hamburger or a cheeseburger with lettuce, and a little piece of cake that looks to be strawberry shortcake. It looks like it's vanilla on the top with maybe some sliced strawberries on top, and the inside is all pink. And then finally this plate is holding another piece of bread, just like this bear is holding, a sandwich with lettuce, and a chocolate glazed donut. And then if we look at what's not on the plates, in the very center, we have this ice cream sundae. It looks almost like an ice cream sundae or a milkshake, and it appears to be in mint flavor, like maybe mint and vanilla mixed with, it looks like some bits of Oreo cookie. And then at the top here, you have this cake. It looks like it's might be another strawberry shortcake with a vanilla icing and many layers of vanilla and sponge cake at the bottom, and 2 strawberries at top with this little green decoration. And then this looks like a strawberry pie because it's a pie that looks just like this. It's got like the shortcake outside or the pie crust and vanilla and strawberries on top of it. And then if we go over here, we have yet another strawberry shortcake. This looks like a piece. This is probably what this piece of cake looked like before it was cut. It's just a round vanilla cake with, it looks like 1, 2, 3 strawberries and 2 leaves on the side. Then we have here these waffles with icing on top of them and a strawberry on top. Then we have this donut here that has a pink glaze on it. So again, another strawberry glaze. I have a feeling that these bears really like strawberries. And then over here we have a cake with a chocolate decoration on top that says happy birthday. So perhaps they're here to celebrate somebody's birthday. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little strawberries on top of it. So again, another strawberry shortcake. And then down here, yet another strawberry shortcake. So it's vanilla icing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strawberries and vanilla at the bottom. And then finally, a multi-layered, oops, cat hair, how did that happen in my house? A multi-layered strawberry shortcake that looks like it has vanilla or lemon bottom with grape, strawberry, and vanilla icing, and a dab of chocolate right there. And of course, strawberry on top, set with a little piece of green icing. Like the type you get at Carvel's, those ice cream cakes with the edible icing. So this is the whole wreath. It's called Pretty Picnic Promenade, and hopefully it gets accepted into the show. I won't know until a little bit later in the month, but I did submit it. I hope it gets accepted. My last 2 wreaths I've shown you guys. One was a toy wreath that sold. The other one was a candy wreath that's going to wind up at Dylan's Candy Bar, which is a big candy store here in New York. It was supposed to go there a long time ago, but then COVID hit. But this is the 3rd wreath I've made for the show, and hopefully they accept it. It's about 12.5 inches all the way around, and it's got maybe a 1 or 1.5 inch depth at the most. And I'll probably be selling it for about $275. The price is negotiable, but it took a lot of work to make this. This was such a simple wreath. It looked so simple, but it was so tough to get the paper to like cooperate around the frame. I had to like cut a canvas up. Oh my goodness, it was so difficult. But yeah, it was a lot of work. My dad's actually a retired engineer. He was a construction manager, and he helped me with it. So I was very fortunate to have him there to help me. But yeah, I mean, it's really, I think it came out really, really cute. And my mother actually fell in love with it and doesn't really want it to sell because she told me if it doesn't sell, she's going to use this as a wreath for our door, which is fine. So it's very cute. And we live in an apartment, so it would never be like exposed to the elements outside. So I think it would actually survive at our door. I definitely wouldn't put it outside because I'm afraid that the color would run or the dresses would get moldy. But I mean, if it's going to be inside, then I think it'd be completely safe. So we'll see what happens. If it doesn't sell, it will just stay here with us and have a good home. But it's called Pretty Picnic Promenade. Because it looks like after they're done with their beautiful picnic, they're ready to go out and promenade around to show off their beautiful outfits that all include these shiny little ribbons. So it's very cute. And I don't know, I might make more of these. I might make a series. We'll see. But anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you checking out my videos. I hope that this brought you peace and relaxation. I hope you have a very, very happy Halloween, and I wish you a very good night and very sweet dreams.